Hi guys. My first sort of high-end car that I ever got for Turo was a 2016 convertible Corvette that I named Cece. And before getting that Corvette, the cars that I started with were smart cars actually. And then from smart cars, I got a Mini Cooper, and then from there I made the leap to getting a Corvette. And when that Corvette went out on its very first rental, it got into an accident. And that was actually at the same time also the first accident that I ever experienced on Turo. And this is like 4 years ago, and I freaked out. I was just so scared. I didn't know what to do. I had just bought this brand new Corvette. It was in spectacular condition with no miles on it. It went out on its first rental and it got into an accident. And I just remember being so scared and just freaking out and not being able to really comprehend what to do in that moment. And so what I want to talk about was kind of what happened. I remember that I had back-to-back rentals on that car, and at that time I didn't know that, do I cancel this next reservation? Do I report this to Turo? I mean, because there was really not much of a process back then, not the way that it is now. And so I took it to a local body shop, a body shop that I've never even worked with. And I told the guy that, I actually had another rental for the car. And he was like, okay, well, why don't you do this? Why don't we do this? Let me just buff it out right now. And then after your next rental, if you end up doing that, just come back and then we'll repair it. And so he takes it to the back of the shop for 10 minutes, comes back, and literally the car was 80% better. And that's really when I first started learning about repairs and kind of what the different types of damages are and what it really takes to repair a car. So that kind of really settled my nerves when he came back with the car, and I saw that it didn't look as bad as it did when it first got into the accident. So just over time, when you experience these things, and you have to anticipate if you are thinking about becoming a host, or if you're a host and you're going to scale up the amount of cars that you have, this stuff is inevitable. It's going to happen. So all you have to do is just anticipate for that and be ready. And in some of my more recent claims video, a lot of people ask me how do you stay so calm? I mean, these days I've gone through it so much, you really do become desensitized to it. And not only that, but it's also a part of training yourself. So as soon as something like this happens, literally my brain just kind of runs a program, and I just go right into action of what needs to get done. There's no emotional attachment there anymore. There's no really freaking out or anything like that. It's just, okay, file the claim, get it to a shop, get it fixed, get it moving, figure out what you're going to do next. So I'm here to assure you guys that if you are thinking of listing cars or scaling up, but you're afraid of some of the things that are possible, like these accidents and sometimes really severe accidents, it's something that if you just go in being prepared and anticipating that these things will eventually happen, and just know that, especially now that Turo has grown and is just so much better in all the different aspects, there is such a good process now. So you just follow the process, follow the motions, and everything will be all right. So you definitely will become desensitized over time in experiencing these things, and you'll be okay, and it's gonna happen, and it's all right. So just anticipate for that. Just know that it's part of the business. It's a risk in this particular business, and things work out generally. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching, guys.